go ahead and call this meeting to order. 5:04. And should we take attendance first?
Sure.
I'm here, Erin Odom. We have Chris Wiley is here. Nancy Phillips. Eugene Stewart. Donna Nevedell. Kaz Thompson.
Here.
Shelley McGill. Julie Nader.
Here.
Diane Snyder.
He's like, Shelley McGill, did you say here?
Here.
Okay.
Yep.
Here. Don't count me twice.
All right. Do we want to go over the agenda from last time? I was not here, but we'll start with that. Oh wait, do I do that first, or do I motion to approve? No, I don't do that yet. No?
Well, are there any adjustments to the agenda as presented? Does anybody want to add anything to the agenda?
I don't have the agenda in front of me. I have SWAT and I have the minutes, but I don't see that the agenda came over. Did I miss an email?
I sent it out yesterday evening. I attached it to the meeting.
You know what, Maya? I think I'm missing that too. I have, as I'm looking at this is for the 9th of December, but I do have the SWAT that you guys did back on the 9th, but I do not have the.
Right, the agenda for today, I don't see it.
Today.
I have put it up.
Okay, perfect. That's helpful. So do we want?
That's better.
So no changes. Do we have any changes to make to the agenda as we scroll through?
There we go. Make it a little tinier.
That's well. It's
okay, got less helpful.
If we can see it. I don't
there
know.
we go. How's that?
That's good.
Okay.
I do not. I don't have any adjustments.
Okay, perfect. Do you guys have the meeting minutes? Did those come through?
Yes.
Fabulous.
So do we motion to approve the meeting minutes from last time after we go through it, Maya? Remind me.
Yeah, you can ask if anybody has any changes that they'd like to make to the minutes. You can ask if everyone's had a chance to review them and if they'd like to make any changes.
Has everybody had a chance to review, and are there any changes to be made?
I'm looking at them real quickly right now.
Okay.
I apologize I didn't start looking at them sooner. I thought we were going to start at 5:30, so I'm really discombobulated today.
Oh, that throws me off too. Yeah.
Yes, I move to approve the December 9th meeting as presented.
Anybody second that?
I second it.
Great.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any not in favor? Any nays? Hearing none, it's approved. Minutes are approved from our December 9th meeting.
Okay. And do we have any citizen comments?
We do not.
Okay. So we will roll through that. And then we're going to talk about the SWAT, the 2020 Senior Advisory Board SWAT. And if you guys, I was quickly looking at that from December 9th because I missed that meeting. Any changes to be made? Are we still working on that, Maya?
Well, we're the whole point of today's meeting is to go over those, make sure that everybody's voices were heard, or anything that you wanted to add, or if we're happy with going ahead and submitting this to City Council as our SWAT for last year.
Okay, it's been a rough year, I'll tell you that. And it's only, the beginning of the year.
It has been a much different year for sure. Boop. Here we go.
Does anybody else have any thoughts on what was drafted?
It looks exactly like we presented it, Maya. It's you didn't miss anything. It looks great.
No, good. There's always that thought in the back of my mind. I type as fast as I can, but sometimes,
Oh, sure.
Perfect. So is there any changes, or should we go ahead and submit this document as is?
Yes, I move we submit the SWOT as is.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this one, Kristen told me that we don't have to really vote on this. We can just, as long as we all agree that everything's on there that we want to have on there, I'll just go ahead and send it to the city recorder, who will then put it as part of the boards and commissions SWOT packet that they'll present to city council, and that will help them form their goals as they're doing their goal setting for the year.
Okay.
You guys did a great job. I'm sorry I missed that.
I thought it was a fun process for me. I thought it was really elucidating to where we've been and where we want to go. So I appreciate all of you for participating in that.
That's great.
And it'll make this year even better.
Well, and having the stuff that we have in here regarding COVID and the things that we're going to have to do to overcome.
Yeah.
That is good that we acknowledged.
It's a big thing to acknowledge, yes.
It looks good to me.
Wonderful. All right. Well, then I will change this from draft to final form and get that over to our city recorder. And Renee said that she was going to try to be here tonight so she could talk about what city council has been up to. Can't wait to hear that what happened with that chicken discussion.
I did see some emails on it, and it
did you?
Yeah, it was. They were all very great about answering my email that I submitted to the council about my opinion. But it looked like they pretty much wanted to stay with what they have.
Okay.
So maybe that's what happened.
But who knows?
The problem that happens sometimes is you pass a law, and then one new person moves to town or two, and they pull it back and look at it again. And with nearly coming up on 20,000 people, it's not a small town where I feel like we can do that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We have a process for reviewing the I'm losing my mind here, but the ordinances. We have and they're on a periodic schedule. And I think unless there's a real sense of urgency, which I don't consider a pet chicken an urgency, we probably shouldn't force our council to revisit these things all the time once they pass legislation on them. So.
Although I did just see a picture of a pet quail, mm-hmm. and it was real cute.
Yeah. There's a lot of cute things that shouldn't be living in town.
That's true.
That's true.
Well, I guess I can give you guys a little update about the senior center since we have a little time here. Last month we served 1,003 meals, which is by far our largest numbers that we've ever served. Last December we served 658 meals, so that's quite a big difference.
Wow.
Between last December and this December. So we had a good month of every week giving out little presents and treats in the lunch bags. And we had a really fun Secret Santa kind of giving tree sort of thing that we did. We put out little cards in everybody's lunch asking what they wanted for Christmas. And then I made a website, and community members in Sherwood signed up to give presents they pledged to buy these presents, and they did, and it happened I think in 10 hours or something like that. It was really fast. All of the presents were pledged, and the next week all of
get on that. Yeah, it was gone before I could.
Yeah, it happened so fast. It made me so happy.
Fantastic. Good.
And so the seniors that received those presents have been so appreciative and send their thanks to the community. And I really appreciate the community support in that as well. We're also doing all sorts of things. The gifts just keep on giving, because even though Christmas is over, it's still cold and it's still winter. We could all use a little lift. So
I think that would actually go over really well, because I had some members from the Y who tried to go on. By the time they went on, it was like the gifts were already bought people. So, I mean, giving people the opportunity to give throughout the year and just not at Christmas, I think that would go down really well.
Yeah. Especially right now, we have somebody who wants to donate some goodies for Valentine's Day, but we, after that, we've got some St. Patrick's Day things coming up, and we'll just kind of keep on going and keep on having fun. So,
what's the outlook for? I mean, I know it's early and it's hard to tell.
When we're reopening? That's a great question, Erin.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, can we have these discussions yet? I don't know. I sat in a call for 3.5 hours last week with the school district, so I don't know.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's not something that we really know right now. As the vaccines roll out and things maybe start changing a little bit, hopefully we'll get a better idea as to what that landscape looks like and what we will be able to do. But right now, yeah, we really just don't have any idea. We're ready for whatever happens when it happens. We're ready to turn on a dime and get things up and rolling, but we're just kind of waiting for the word. I bet, Kaz, you're in a very similar situation at the Y. You're just kind of doing what you can when you can, and when word changes, you adjust and go forward.
Yeah, we are getting as creative as we can. We now have an outdoor workout area, which is, we've got that Monday through Friday from 7 till 12 by reservation. So we're doing that, and we've got some kids classes organized, just trying to get word out of that into the community. So yeah, it is every single day. Just pivot to whatever we can do.
Mm-hmm. What were those hours again? It's Monday through Friday.
It's Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to the noon.
Perfect.
But we are open, and we're also offering like in-person, if people want to work out in the building, they can through personal training, which is another option.
Wonderful. And something else, I can't remember if we talked about this last meeting, but there's a series of different organizations. Washington County has something. We're working on something where if a senior needs a tablet or a laptop, and connection to the internet, that they have the resources to be able to provide those. So if you have any seniors that would like to be connected and would like to use a tablet or a laptop that is provided to them, to let me know, and I can connect them to that resource, either if it's through the Washington County program or through our own upcoming program.
Okay, I will share that on to our members. I'll add it to our list of resources. That would be cool. Yeah.
Are you able to share that resource with us via email, Maya?
Yeah, I can send that on
to share as well. Okay.
Yeah, and as soon as we're able to make our purchase and get our tablets, I will let everybody know that should be coming in February. That we should be getting those. They're called Easy Pads. They're like a grand pad, but more of an open tablet style. So you're able to use Zoom and use other software on it.
Good.
Yeah. Julie, I see you have raised your hand.
Yes. Are the Zoom activities available on those new computers you're talking about?
Why, they certainly are. That's one of the reasons why we're so excited about this. Is it's another great way to be able to connect to people who aren't able to come into the center right now. And there's technology resources on getting it connected to the internet, and also volunteers willing and able to help people learn how to use those devices and troubleshoot if problems come up as well.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you for asking. I'm very excited about it.
I wanted to ask, do all of you participate on the community page that's out there for Sherwood?
I do.
Do you?
On Facebook?
Is it Facebook? Is that where it started? I've had mine up so long I don't even know anymore. But I was just curious because I think that really gets information out right away, since we don't have a daily paper or anything. When things are happening right that minute, you can get information. Yeah. Now, here's my question for the day, though. I went by Langer's, and they have couple hundred cars parked there, like a car lot with balloons everywhere, but I don't see big prices on the windows. Is he starting to sell cars on his lot now, or anybody know what's going on over there?
I don't know.
I'd noticed that, but I don't know. I don't know what's happening. So.
Okay, I might put that on the community page tonight and see if anybody knows.
I heard, I read about it on the Sherwood Facebook page, and it talked about a car sale. I don't know who sponsored it or who the dealer was, but it said that it was vehicles for sale.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about all I know. But it was on the Sherwood page, Facebook page.
Oh, okay. How long ago was that?
Oh, I just noticed it. Oh, I'm sorry. When? Last week?
I think it was last weekend, or I think it was last weekend. I'm not sure. It wasn't that long ago.
I'll do a search. I'll do a search after we get out of the meeting to see if I can find out what it's about before I ask again. I just noticed it. I drive by the Langers almost every other day, and I just noticed it today, so it's really new.
I haven't seen it. I haven't been over there.
They're still there. I haven't been out in months. I have not.
Yeah.
I'm just housebound.
Hey, when the sun shines, I drive.
The cars are still there.
They just got there. There's like 200 cars parked over there. They just got there in the last couple of days.
Oh, wow. I thought it was just like a 1 day or 2 day deal.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea.
Interesting. Well, if we don't have any kind of board business left, I can release you guys all back to the wild, and perhaps Renee can just send us a little email update that we can send out, and we can go from there if that's of interest to anybody. I don't want to kind of keep you hostage for longer.
Okay, and she has something to tell us. I'll watch for it.
She is here now. She is joining right now. You guys almost got away with it. We'll give her just a moment to connect here. And Renee, as you're joining us, we've been kind of waiting for you to show your lovely face so we can have a council update. We've finished our business for the day with our SWAT that we'll go ahead and send on to City Council. So if you're able to and interested, we'd love to hear what City Council is up to.
What city? Okay, I was trying to find my notes. I didn't.
Sorry to put you right on the spot as soon as you appear.
That's all right. I'm sorry that I'm late. The meeting that I tried to leave early, and it was the conversation was too important to walk out on. So my apologies.
We appreciate you being here.
No problem. Well, I think you all are aware that we had some storms last night, right? So Craig and his team are on it. They're so is PGE. They're trying to get power back up to those who have lost. They've put signs up for the high water, so the staff are working diligently to get that fixed. I think you might be aware that there are some grants available, the community enhancement grants. I know the senior center, or not the senior center, the Friends of the Senior Center has written a grant, but if there's something that this group thinks is viable, I would highly suggest that you look at the grant online and potentially submit to help support the senior programming. Kaz, I don't know if the Y is doing something this year or not, but there are funds available there.
Okay, thanks.
Let's see. Trying to think. There's still a bunch of building going on, so coming up on the council agenda is a lot to do with development that wants to come into the city. So we'll be doing a lot of that. Chickens are still on the horizon. I know we talked about that the last time. Sign code update. And that's pretty much it for right now. There's the Parks and Rec master plan that's being developed, and we'll be voting on that. And then, of course, the comprehensive plan as well. So unless you have questions for me, that's my update. Pretty quick and simple.
What's the update on the chickens?
The update is that there are citizens in the community that would love to see chickens in the city limits. Right now, there is a fee. It's a pretty stiff fee for chickens in the city limits. We've gotten quite a bit of feedback that people are interested, and then we have just as much feedback that people don't want chickens in the city limits. So we're just reopening the conversation and let people talk, and and then we'll make a decision from there. I think so I've been on council. This is my third term. I mean, it's not been all in one. There's been gaps, but each time I've been on council, chickens have come up. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about it last time, and I know that I remember there was some feedback not to have chickens.
That's me.
And just to follow up, because I believe we discussed it here in the senior advisory board meeting, either last month or back in October, about the possibility of our friends group at the senior center writing a grant application for a bus for the senior center to use for various things. And so just wanted to let you know that that did happen. They have applied for that grant. So that's kind of part of our business.
Yeah.
That's great. Is that going to be, is it too early to ask? Is that going to be like a 12-pack or 15-pack, or do you have any idea yet what type of bus it would be or how many people it would carry?
We're looking to purchase a 15-passenger bus.
Great.
Yeah. So we don't have to have a CDL driver for it. That's harder to find in the volunteer world if we have a volunteer driver. But it would still be definitely adequate to go on trips, pick people up, bring them to the center, bring them shopping, and so on and so forth.
Great.
I have a question.
Yes.
Renee.
Yeah. Hi,
What
Julie.
about the feather signs, and what was the sign update?
So the feather sign and all that conversation got pushed back. We did not. Let me say this: the majority of council did not feel it was the right time to make a decision that would jeopardize the marketing of businesses. So we've pushed it back. That's back up. I don't have the agenda in front of me. I think it's in March that we'll engage in that conversation again. And feather signs is a part of it. Do you have input on that, Julie?
Well, yeah, I think there needs to be regulations. Some people are going crazy, and some of them are tattered and nasty looking. It's just crummy. It's just not nice to have all those things hanging around. What about the billboards?
Oh, good. I will check on that again. That's yeah. Let me follow up on that, okay?
Thank you.
Yep.
It's only been a few thousand years.
Yeah, they're in violation.
Yes, for sure.
So I will I'm going to follow up and I will get back to you on that one.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
On the grant, Maya, on the van, is there going to be a handicap access, like a lift for wheelchairs?
That is still part of the discussion. That's something that hasn't been determined one way or the other as of right now.
Would it make a difference as to the driver then? Would the volunteers not be able to handle that kind of thing, or is that an issue?
That's part of the question is if volunteers would be able to do that, if that would change the style of bus and the license requirements. So that's something that we're looking into.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Anything else that we need to cover before we adjourn?
I think we're good. I think we're good until February.
We're done till February. Wow, that's just right.
Sorry about that, but thank you guys.
Thanks,
No,
Rachel.
you came in right at the right time. It was kind of hilarious.
Okay.
You
Excellent.
did.
All
Renee,
right. Thank
Are
you
you
guys so
in the
much.
gift shop? Renee, are you in the gift shop at the senior center?
No, I'm actually at home. I'm in my son's old room. Are you talking about the quilts behind me? Yeah. So the story behind that is that my mother-in-law made the quilt rack, and all these quilts and Afghans are either from my great-great-grandmother or they were made for my kids, and so they all have significance. And it's just in this space now.
Wonderful. Thank you.
All
Yeah.
right, guys. Have
right,
a
we'll
good
see you.
evening. See you next
Thank
week.
you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
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 Bye.